Hi everyone, I have read your quality papers and have posted feedback for your individual feedback within your grading rubric. Please take the time to go in and read that feedback. It's going to be important for two reasons. One, from an APA standpoint, you can apply those concepts and corrections to future papers. And two, conceptually, if there were gaps in this paper, remember this is part one of a two-part assignment. The second part of this is a voiceover PowerPoint that you will be talking about how you will address that specific quality issue in your work environment using an innovative practice. And this is something you're going to do some research on and then make a recommendation for a new idea and a new way for your organization to address the issue, your quality issue. So be mindful that the feedback that is provided is intentional. It's to help you make sure you're not having gaps in part two, but also helping developing your writing. The overall, there were some great ideas for quality. The winner of the one that I saw the most were Clasby's. And as a mental health nurse, can I just tell you how queasy it makes me to read all of this stuff about central lines. Interesting, I think that was almost 60% of all of the quality issues. The one that I hadn't seen before was, if you can hear that, that would be Gracie and Madeline wrestling in the other room. So if I disappear for a moment, it's to rescue a puppy. What was I saying? Okay, so the one that I had not seen in a long time was actually Linnaeus, which was the foreign body being left after surgery, which is a fantastic quality issue that really does need to be addressed, but it's not something I've seen a lot. So it's interesting for me to see you all from your own professional perspectives looking at what's unique in your environment. So I really appreciate you being thoughtful about really customizing this assignment to your own environment. There was someone else that it was Joey, who had home oxygen. I have not been in the home aside from for mental health consults, so I hadn't even thought about the impact of what home oxygen implementation and the quality issues that come with that and the huge safety issues that are related to that. So all of those are really great. Speaking of the puppies, there they are. When I went through your paper, I was really interested in your ideas about what it meant to be a nurse leader. Just a moment. Oh my goodness. This is Gracie, and for 20 pounds, she packs a huge wallop. She also growls really loudly. So that's who you hear over there trying to eat the other one. Hopefully she'll be quiet, otherwise I'll have to start over. I was very interested in your nurse leader perspectives and how that influenced quality. I want you to be very mindful that a serious role of the professional nurse leader is to be an advocate for quality outcomes for our patient. Quality improvement is a cornerstone to our practice, and it is more than being the one that guides audits and checks charts and enforces policy. An effective nurse leader who is going to influence a safe, quality environment is going to role model that and set an expectation and a standard for that type of culture for nurses to work in. So I really appreciate the vast majority of you that looked at that from a cultural standpoint and emphasized the importance of that. So as you move forward into part two, I want you to be mindful that you really do need to hang everything on, and how does this matter from a nursing leadership perspective? One of the great things that I love seeing in your papers is how you are able to weave in God's word into the content. Your classmate Joey did a really nice job in this in talking about the role of the nurse leader. Joey wrote that nurse leaders must be mindful of the ethical and professional duty to monitor the quality and safety issues and concerns which directly affect staff and patients. I believe God speaks to us to care and prevent harm to others through our service and professional commitment to providing quality and safe care. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. And we'll find that in Philippians 4:8. Involvement in the delivery of quality care includes being mindful of safety concerns and preventing harm from others. I think that is a really nice way to remind us that we really are looking for the very best for all of our patients, regardless of what setting they're in. So I appreciate Joey's thoughtful application of that Philippians verse in that context. As you move through the course, you're working on week 3, you've got 5 more. Really think about the difference between being a nurse leader and being a Christian nurse leader, and how our calling is different because we answer to a higher authority. And I want you to be mindful of that. From an APA standpoint, the only thing I'm going to encourage you to do is to really look at your APA manual and the tools that are available in Blackboard. Under your course content, there's an additional information tab. Go in there and look for APA tips on how to use headings. It is important to understand with lengthy complex papers like this one, you should be using level 1, level 2, and most often level 3 to really break down and organize your papers. So I want you to be efficient at using those before you leave the course. It is an ideal way to organize your paper. And it's also an expectation of APA formatting at the graduate level. I've given you some tips earlier in the week about focusing on your assignment for next week. Remember, it's about innovation, so keep that concept in the forefront as you work through your Word document as well as your PowerPoint. Remember, both of those files have to be attached before you submit it in Blackboard, and make sure that you have read the rubrics that are associated with that. So I think I have covered everything. I'm fairly sure that I have not lost a dog, even though it suddenly became very quiet in here. So I'm going to go see what I can do to help make dinner. I hope that you all are well. If you are a veteran, if you love a veteran, if you care for a veteran, if you're a friend of a veteran, know that I am so grateful for your service and honored to have you in the class. I know that if you're active duty, you are really, really stretched thin. And if you are the significant other or the support system for a veteran, you're equally stretched thin, probably in just different ways. I know that these times can be challenging, and I'm grateful for your service and grateful that you're supporting a serviceman if that's your role in their world. I hope that tomorrow's Veterans Day is a blessing to you. I hope you have Googled all the places that honor our veterans with free food. I know in our area, Mission Barbecue gives you a free lunch. Krispy Kreme gives you free donuts. My husband is a huge fan of K&W cafeterias, which is the worst place on earth to possibly eat. So he keeps threatening me that that's where we're having lunch tomorrow. I'm pulling for Mission Barbecue. Wherever you are, I hope you celebrate Veterans Day and know that I will be saying a special prayer for you. You guys have a great evening. Email me or contact me with any questions. I'm here. Take care.